Here we are for the 5th tutorial in our series, and this one's looking at doing our final working drawing. This is the drawing that you'd take to a manufacturer if you wanted to get your product produced. It's also the type of drawing that we're asking you to produce for your criteria C, your planning, and looking further ahead, if you're going on to do diploma design technology, this is the quality and the style of drawing that you're expected to do at that level too. It's actually really easy to do. The Fusion 360 helps you out a lot with this drawing. You can see we've got a main view of our phone stand here, an end view, and a bird's eye or plan view here, then the three-dimensional view. The parts are labelled, so in part number 1, you come down here, item 1, one quantity, phone stand base, and the material is pine. Fusion's done all that work for us. It's actually a really easy drawing to do. So let's get straight into it. We're going to come over here and we're going to two-finger click on our assembled phone stand and go new drawing from design. Now this is a little slow, so just be patient with it. And from here, before we actually start drawing, we're going to come across to the preferences menu. We're going to drop down there and come across here, go down the general drawing. And I just want you to check that all your settings are the same as mine. I'm pretty sure that you're going to have to tick this box here to change this to third angle. And you may also need to change these variables up here so that they're the same as mine. So once your preferences are set the same as mine, you apply those and then go OK. You'll really struggle if your preferences are set differently. Right, so now we're going to get straight into starting this drawing with, we click the base view and it allows us to drag in the main view. We can just place that down there. Now you can change the scale of this, but I think you'll find that 1 to 2 is the best scale. It's going to fit on the page better than any of the other options. Now I'm just going to move that over here a little bit. And then from there we can do the projected views. So we can project this view along here, and we can project the plan view up here. We can also project the three-dimensional or the isometric view out here. Once you're happy with all of those, press enter. Now we're going to try and modify this. So if you double click on that, it'll bring up this option over here. Usually it'll be folded away like that and you'll have to unwrap it. And here we're going to change the scale for this to 1 to 1. And I think you'll find that this is going to be better for that particular drawing, so it's a bit clearer. Again, just click on the center of that and drag it into a better spot. So that's our basic layout. And then we're going to put in the table, the parts table. So we're going to insert table. And we just drag it down into that corner like that. If we double click on that, it's going to give us the option. Let's firstly change that down so it puts that table around the right way. We're going to take the description out, put the part name in and change that to part number. There's all sorts of cool things, like you can click the mass there and it'll tell you how heavy each individual part is, which is really quite a cool feature. Then we're going to close that. We can just stretch our table a bit. Just zooming in so that we can move that to exactly the right spot. We'll just pull it out of the way for a minute. It's a little fiddly. There we go. And you can see once you put the parts list in, it's automatically numbered the components over here for you. But these arrows here are very confusing. So let's, if you click on it and then you grab the grey dot, you can drag the grey dot and same with the arrow tip here, and drag the grey dot, just put that there. And then this number 3, let's number 1's okay there. Maybe it'd look better if it was over here. So then we can zoom out. Yeah, you can play around with that until you're really happy with how everything looks. And the last thing that we want to do to this drawing before we sort of save it is to dimension it. So you can use the dimension tool here. And again, I'm going to zoom right in. And you may need to click right in that corner to right in that corner, drag down the 140. We're just dimensioning the main dimensions on the drawing. We're not dimensioning all the little details. Now it would be, and I know this is going to be tricky, but I'll do my best to show you. I'll try and dimension the length of this diagonal as well. So if we click there we go, dimension that. Can you see I'm dragging these dimensions a good distance away from the drawing so they don't clutter the drawing or detract from the drawing itself? If you wanted to go in and add some more little dimensions, you could, but those are the major ones we want on our drawing. So that's our finished drawing. We want to save that. Command S. This is the second time I've done the drawing, so click Save. And then you want to output this as a PDF. And let's open it and go OK. I'm happy for that to save onto my desktop for now. And there it is as a PDF, all ready to go. Now, it's also a good option now that you've got it in Adobe to save that as an image, as a JPEG. And just make sure you set as a JPEG down here. Settings, we'll just leave that 300 pixels per inch. That's a very high quality image at A3. Let's go down to 150 and then go Save. If we scroll to my desktop, here it is here, so we can open that up. Now that JPEG is much easier for you to drag or copy into your Google Slides. We don't want to see anyone taking screenshots of these drawings. When you do a screenshot, you get a really low quality image, and it's not really of the professional standard that we're expecting. So make sure you follow those correct steps with the output as a PDF, and then you can save it as a JPEG, and it's easy to import into your drawings. Righto, so thank you for following tutorial 4. We've got one more tutorial to come on how to do a final rendering of your phone stand.